Houston's philosophy, all right? I love this. This just fascinates me. You will look at the box score after losing to Houston by 15 and say, how do we lose to this team by double digits? We both had the same 3-point percentage, field goal percentage, free throw percentage. Oh, wait. They took 15 more shots than us. How on earth did they do that? Well, they forced a turnover, 1 in every 5 plays, just about. They got an offensive rebound, probably about 2 in every 5 plays. They play at the slowest tempo in college basketball. They play at the speed of a snail. So as a result, they just about never turn the ball over, and they don't allow you to get any offensive rebounds. Combine those things, well, that's how Houston wins games. Houston doesn't necessarily win games because they have guys who are just better shot makers than you. They're like a well-oiled machine, and they're trained to do certain things extremely well. They're going to wreak havoc. They're not going to let you get an offensive rebound. They're rarely going to make mistakes. If they miss a box out, they're probably going to be yanked out of there for the rest of the game by their coach because they have someone just as lengthy and just as gritty that can do it. Houston has the guys to do that. So how on earth do they do all of these things every year? Because Houston doesn't have just number 1 overall picks across the board. Sometimes they do. They've produced some good NBA players. But how do they manage to do this every year? They find these guys with just freakish wingspans. Like I said before when I was talking about Tennessee, when you think of identity in college basketball, you think of Houston. We're more lengthy than you. We'll hustle more than you. We're more gritty than you. We may not have the guys who are going to be making $30 million a year in the NBA, but we have guys who have a first guy in, last guy out type of mentality. And I know that's a cliche, but it's true here. Listen to the type of guys that Kelvin Sampson goes after. All right. JoJo Tugler has a 7'6" wingspan. Chris Sinak, the freshman that they're bringing in, 7'5". Khalifa Seiko, 7'4". Cedric Lath, 7'2". Isaiah Harrell, 6'9". Milos Uzan, their starting point guard, 6'6". They know what they're doing. There's a lot of traps. There's an intense ball pressuring, which results in a ton of turnovers. They're elite in shot contests. Team shot just 44% from 2. Against them, that's the lowest in D1. JoJo Tugler is going to be the key for all this, man. He's averaging 4 blocks per game in 40 minutes. And a little underrated thing, because you think Houston and you think, gritty, great on defense, crash the glass, no ifs, ands, or buts. 39% three-point last year, 4th in D1. Uzan's about 43%. Sharp's about 41%. Kingston Fleming's, freshman that they got, he's a good shooter as well. He could shoot it in high school. I think they also fixed a lot of their issues. They're 48% from 2 last year, 59% at the rim. That's 295th in D1. Well, you go get Chris Sinak Jr., who's projected high in every NBA mock draft. He's going to be a great presence at the rim. 45% of their baskets were assisted. That is the thing about Houston that kind of bugs me when I watch them, is like they take a bunch of weird, ill-advised mid-range shots. And that's because when you play at a slow pace like they do, well, you're not going to get a lot of chances to just steamroll to the rim, right? So 45% of their baskets are assisted, 326 in D1. Kingston Fleming's, the freshman, I think is going to help with that. Uzan's also efficient. Sharp, I think, is efficient. They have the passers. It's just more so the style of play that they have. I think missing LJ Cryer is going to be a question. So who is that guy? Is it going to be Milos Uzan that takes a step up? Is it going to be Isaiah Harrell? Is it Chris Sinak in the post? That's nitpicky, though, because this team, long story short, has the highest floor. Houston has the highest floor in college basketball because of the system that they have, the personnel that they have to do it. They get these slender men that look like they're from the Nether in the Minecraft movie. Yeah, they have the highest floor in Division I because of their length, because of their coaching. They will take more shots than others. That is their philosophy. And they're pretty darn good at doing it. And they have the personnel yet again to do it this year and then some.